Ladies and gentlemen, this is Chaos, and I'm happy to bring you Stephano versus the STC in the semifinals of the IPL. The first map here is Daybreak. Spawning on the left-hand side is our Zerg hero, Stephano, and spawning on the right-hand side of Daybreak is the blue Terran, the STC. Now, I'm not going to lie, the STC, I've seen a lot of his games from the GSL, and Stephano, not that familiar with. I've seen him pop up in the last couple tournaments, the last month or two, but I don't know too much about his play. And right away, we have a proxy barracks coming up on Daybreak here. So it looks like STC is kind of using this best of 5 logic. You can't play straight up every game. Well, you can, but your opponent kind of starts to get a read on you. So right away, STC is going to really catch Stephano off guard. Stephano's coming in for the scout though, and he's going to be wondering what's going on. Is a proxy command center going down? They going command center first. Where is the tech? But essentially, the first barracks is done, and now the bunker's going to get down, and Stephano has to react immediately here. If he can't shut this down, he is for sure going to lose this natural, and he might lose the game outright. So right away he's moved 4 drones here, and now the Marines are starting to stutter step down. And so far Stephano is handling this pressure correctly. He's not overcommitting his drones, but he's moving a couple of them because you cannot let this bunker go down. And Stephano's cycling his drones and essentially ensuring that he's not losing any drones. The bunker's not finishing, and it might seem like he's losing a little bit of mining time, which he is, having 5 drones off the line. But excellent micro by Stephano. He managed not to lose, but somehow the bunker still gets finished. Oh my god, but he still somehow managed to get the bunker done. So that's a little bit of a blunder, because now he's starting this spine crawler. But realistically, that should have never have happened. But STC is going to be doing some micro here, back and forth, and the Marines are starting to get close. Factory is going down for STC in the background here, so we'll have to see how he's actually going to follow up. He's not being able to actually heal this bunker though, so he's going to lose it. And looks like Stephano's going to be able to deflect this. STC's mistake is he made that bunker a tad too close. It was within vision, and Stephano had some time to react here. It's a little bit questionable to say how far ahead did STC get with this kind of harass. He obviously ruined some mining time there, and he lost a few Zerglings on the fight there, but I'm not sure if it made a big difference for him. We're going to have to see what the follow-up's like. STC is creating a command center behind this, so it looks like he is wanting to transition into a more standard game. And he has that Hellion on the field, so he should be able to deal with these Zerglings pretty easily. It's not too hard to micro against Zerglings when they don't have speed yet. And STC doing a great job at lining him up and microing like a pro. Now, it looks like a tech lab is getting finished here. I don't know if he's going to keep it for the starport, or if he might even be going to make Banshees here, actually. It wouldn't surprise me, because Stephano's tech is quite a bit delayed here with the original harass. He does have speed finally coming for his Lings, but I haven't seen Evo Chamber go down. So I'm not sure how he's going to plan to deflect if a Banshee decides to come. And sure enough, a Banshee is in production. So this is going to be very strong. I haven't seen Cloak started here, but we might, when he hits the right amount of gas, let's keep a lookout. Because I think Cloak in this position is going to be quite strong. Let's see though. He might just forego Cloak and just choose to micro the Banshee very carefully. 2 more barracks on the way, and an Evo Chamber is almost finished for Stephano, so he will be able to get some Spore Crawlers down if need be, and he's actually going for another Evo Chamber, So he's going to be able to get double upgrades. So he might be deciding to focus just on a big ground army kind of base. He can probably transition to some roaches in a minute here. And we're going into Viking production now. So STC just wants to see what he can do with this one Banshee. Without Cloak, it'll be interesting. He will get at least a couple of drones. I'm not sure if he's going to get this Queen. It'd be a mistake to try to fight it. The other Queen's coming in to help, and it's going to kind of push this Banshee out a little bit. And the thing is, STC is going to be on 3 base in a minute here. Well, he's actually already on 3 bases. His command centers are done. He's warping the orbitals in. They just finished up. So now you have a situation where your Zerg is pinned on 2 bases, and you have a Terran being able to macro out of 3. Stephano doesn't look like he knows about all the bases right now. And the second he figures out, he's going to be pretty frustrated, and he's going to have to really close off a base right away. Stephano, feeling under the pressure, is feeling like he has to throw down this micro hatch instead of taking a third, just because he hasn't scouted it. And STC is following up all his play with a stim pack upgrade as well as +1 for the Marines. So they're going to have really strong bio ball base here. And I wouldn't be surprised to start seeing medevacs following up here and some real aggressive plays on the way. We do have a reactor about to finish, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that put to the starport. Now it's going to take a little while for STC to finally saturate all these bases, but at 3 SCVs a time, it shouldn't take more than a couple minutes here. So Stephano is still kind of in the dark here. I'm surprised that he's not using his fastlings to just kind of scout out the expansions and have a general sense. It seems a little low level to say, but I'll throw it out there anyways. StarCraft 2, from the get-go, has always been a game about controlling expansions. And the expansion timing is really what dictates the mid to end game. So if you're not scouting expansions regularly, you're giving your opponent the chance to really beat you before you even get started. Stephano is about to get on 3 bases himself, but I don't think he understands that the economy of STC is getting so far ahead. And with that said, Zerglings are finally heading out. But I find this like so late, and he's actually just ran them right into the natural. And on a map like Daybreak, this is not a difficult map to scout expansions. This was like Tal'Darim, and there's 16 on the map. It's a different story. And whoa, game's hiccuping here. I apologize for that. And it looks like STC's moving out, and he's actually got a 4th command center. So he is gearing for such a huge macro style. Command shields are about to pop, so I guess he's kind of lining up a timing push here with that. Oh, and he's going for the drop. So this is going to be awesome, just because there's just not enough creep spread out there. And really, all he's got is queens here. And sure enough, spine crawlers are there, but they're just not going to be done in time. And Stephano's got to pull all his lings back, and they're going to be going through kind of a funnel here. So he has to pull out here. Minimal losses. Lost a few queens, or sorry, Marines. And he really stopped some spine crawlers from being made, forced to cancel on them. Now, Stephano's finally pushing out with his lings here. Let's see if he finally scouts his other base. He's dropping again. Incredible. Now he's got a push also coming in on the creep by the towers. So, Stephano, we're going to see what his multitasking ability is like here. Looks like he's getting swarmed at the tower here. And that's going to get cleaned up pretty good. And I apologize for that. It looks like I'm going to turn on the resolution here just really quick. I don't know if maybe a lot of people are getting on here and they can't handle it. Sorry about that. So let's see what's happening here. He's so stuck on doing these drops. He keeps on getting the cancels on them over and over again, and these lings might as well stay in the base because they keep on having to fire back in. And I apologize. I don't know what the hell is going on here with all this lag. I'll have to check it out between games here while I have a second. And the fourth base getting denied by that Banshee. Keeping Stephano stuck on 3 bases, which is great, because STC isn't ready to move out that 4th command center yet, so he's not letting the Zerg get ahead of him in bases, and he's doing a great job, and he still is ahead about 10 food here. And I'm just going to attempt to adjust my resolution again. Now, Stephano has decided to go for the kind of Ling Infestor build here. Pretty common, but now he's finally using these Lings and getting into the expansions. And since STC decided to make that an orbital instead of a planetary, he's having to defend with all his units. He's taken a lot of losses here, and Infestors are moving in, and he kind of catches the tanks out of position here too. And big fungals, and all the Marines are going down. Infested Terrans are coming in to clean up the rest of SCVs. Marines are coming back into the base here, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to make a difference here. Wow, 28 workers have been taken down, which is huge. So Stephano's taking a huge lead here. That 4th base for STC has went down. And there must be a lot of people on the stream at this point, because this is getting pretty rocky. Try dropping in another touch to see if it makes a difference. And it looks like this 4th base has been shut down as well. He's trying to make it a planetary fortress, but it looks like he's just going to lose his command center outright. And he loses the planetary fortress at the 4th. So Stephano being so strong here. And he might even fungal all of these medevacs as well. Well, I should say only 2, but at this point, STC doesn't have that many medevacs on the field. And look at these Zerglings just picking off all these random SCVs on the field. And STC is really on the back foot here. He's trading really inefficiently with the Zerglings. And Stephano's really making really small encounters. He's not allowing a big bio to build up here. He's got to be careful with these Infestors so he doesn't actually lose any. But great fungals. He just keeps on taking them out. And that 3rd looks like it's in a lot of trouble for the STC. And if Stephano can get that finished, that's really the nail in the coffin here. Because STC's other bases are pretty much mined out at this point. So he needs this production. And GG. And Stephano takes it in a crazy game 1. Insane.